What happens to the prostate of aging men who masturbate every day? It's a question many men over 40 silently wonder about but rarely ask aloud. Is it healthy, harmful, a sign of weakness, or could it actually be protecting your health behind closed doors? Millions of men are quietly wondering whether their habits are helping or hurting their prostate. And when it comes to the prostate, that small walnut-sized gland sitting just below the bladder, no one wants to take chances. But the internet is filled with contradictions. Some voices claim frequent ejaculation is crucial for male health, while others warn it can shrink testosterone, cause addiction, or even weaken the prostate. This topic is surrounded by myths, outdated advice, and social stigma, and over time, the truth got lost. It's more important than ever to understand the facts, because prostate cancer is now the second most common cancer in men worldwide. Nearly 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. That means every decision we make, what we eat, how we move, and even how often we ejaculate could matter more than we realize. What if the truth isn't something to be ashamed of, but something revolutionary? Let's rewind a bit. In the early 2000s, researchers at Harvard University launched a long-term study with a simple objective. They followed nearly 30,000 men over several years, tracking one specific variable, ejaculation frequency. The question they asked was deceptively simple: how often do you climax in a typical month? Responses varied widely. Some men reported only 4 to 7 times a month, while others ejaculated over 21 times. At first, the scientists weren't expecting any major differences in the results. But what they found was groundbreaking. By the end of the study, men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 31% lower risk of developing prostate cancer, compared to those who ejaculated less frequently. This wasn't just a minor improvement. This kind of number would typically be associated with the results of a breakthrough drug. But instead, it came from a natural, biologically driven process. Ejaculation. Halfway around the world, researchers in Australia conducted a similar study. Their cohort of men who ejaculated 4 to 7 times per week, roughly daily, had a 36% lower risk of prostate cancer before the age of 70. Once again, the pattern repeated itself. Yet, despite these compelling findings, no one really talks about it. Frequent ejaculation acts almost like turning on a tap, clearing out old fluid, reducing pressure, and expelling potentially harmful agents before they can linger in the prostate. This process is known as the prostate flushing hypothesis, and it's gaining increasing recognition. But the benefits don't stop there. Frequent ejaculation also appears to affect hormonal balance. It reduces the stress placed on the prostate, helping it to relax and maintain a healthier state. Some studies even suggest that regular ejaculation can alter gene expression in prostate cells, promoting cellular repair, reducing inflammation, and encouraging healthy turnover of cells. The numbers don't lie. Even if ejaculation isn't a magic bullet for preventing cancer, the physiological effects on the prostate are very real. Regular ejaculation provides relief for the prostate, not just physically but chemically as well. Hormone levels rebalance, inflammation drops, and blood flow improves. Some studies even suggest that the process influences gene expression in prostate cells, which might lower oxidative stress and reduce the risk of DNA mutations that could later trigger cancer. But here's the catch: mainstream medicine hesitates to make bold claims. While the correlation is strong, causation is harder to prove. Not every man who ejaculates frequently will avoid prostate cancer, and not every man who abstains will develop it. There are too many variables: diet, age, weight, genetics, and yes, how you masturbate. Still, the evidence is hard to ignore, and that brings us to the heart of the matter. Most men don't openly discuss their masturbation habits, and when they do, it's often shrouded in guilt, shame, or humor. But the science is clear. Masturbation isn't some teenage phase or dirty little secret. It's a fundamental biological function that could play a crucial role in maintaining prostate health well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. But here's something even more surprising. Masturbation might also help your entire body regulate itself. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that orgasm causes a spike in oxytocin, often called the love hormone. Oxytocin helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, while boosting dopamine, which enhances mood and motivation. This chemical cocktail promotes relaxation, better sleep, and a sense of calm, all of which lower systemic inflammation across the body, including in the prostate. Add to that a stronger immune response, improved sleep quality, and better hormonal regulation, and you begin to see the bigger picture. Ejaculation isn't just about reproduction, it's also about maintenance. However, we need to draw a clear line. We're talking about healthy, conscious masturbation, not addiction or compulsion. The danger isn't daily ejaculation itself, but misunderstanding the role of regular ejaculation. Some online circles argue that abstinence is manlier, or that withholding ejaculation boosts testosterone and vitality. But the science tells a more nuanced story. While short-term abstinence might give a temporary spike in testosterone, long-term suppression of ejaculation can cause tension, disrupt sleep, and potentially elevate inflammation markers. Chronic inflammation is one of the silent killers of prostate health. It stiffens tissues, distorts cellular behavior, and increases the risk of DNA mutations over time. It has been linked to a range of prostate conditions, from benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) to full-blown prostate cancer. So, where does ejaculation fit into this? One theory that's gaining traction, supported by Cleveland Clinic and studies in peer-reviewed journals, is that regular ejaculation helps maintain cellular housekeeping. Another important factor here is apoptosis, the body's ability to remove damaged or aging cells. Hormonal signaling also plays a key role. Every ejaculation releases not just physical tension but biochemical signals throughout the body. Even prolactin, which often gets a bad rap, serves a purpose. It dampens overstimulation and allows the reproductive system to reset. This isn't just theory, it plays out in real clinical settings. Urologists have observed that men with infrequent ejaculation often report more frequent episodes of prostatitis, prostate inflammation, that can cause pelvic pain, urinary issues, and even sexual dysfunction. While prostatitis can have various causes, lack of ejaculation is becoming an increasingly recognized contributor. Here's where things get even more surprising. Ejaculation may also play a role in immune regulation. Some studies suggest that semen contains immune-modulating molecules. When this system is in regular motion, the body adapts and maintains equilibrium, avoiding unnecessary immune overactivation. But when the prostate goes unused, when fluid builds up and the ducts remain stagnant, it can trigger immune confusion. The body might start to treat parts of itself as foreign, leading to low-grade inflammation and even autoimmune reactions in extreme cases. This is especially important for older men. After age 40, testosterone slowly declines and the prostate begins to enlarge. In many men, blood flow becomes less efficient, and the gland becomes more susceptible to inflammation, calcification, and oxidative stress. This is why ejaculation may matter more as you age, not less. To be clear, this doesn't mean daily masturbation is mandatory. It's not a prescription. It's about finding balance. Healthy ejaculation fits into a broader, balanced lifestyle that supports all pillars of male health. So, how do you know if you're in the healthy zone? Urologists look for signs like feeling relaxed and refreshed after ejaculation, not depleted. It shouldn't be something you depend on for emotional escape, nor should it interfere with relationships, work, or energy levels. It should be part of a broader routine that includes sleep, nutrition, and movement. However, when things go off track, too much of anything can disrupt the body's natural rhythms. If masturbation becomes compulsive, driven by stress, boredom, or screen addiction, it can reverse the benefits. It can spike dopamine tolerance, create psychological fatigue, and desensitize you to natural arousal cues. In rare cases, it can even elevate prolactin levels to high, causing fatigue, brain fog, or sexual performance issues. So here's the truth. Daily ejaculation can be healthy, but only when it's in harmony with the rest of your life. It's not about quantity, it's about context. It's not about control. It's about listening to your body and understanding how this intelligent system maintains itself. Here are 5 science-backed action steps every man should consider, whether you masturbate daily, occasionally, or not at all. 1. Establish a healthy ejaculation rhythm. Forget the myths. Ejaculating 4 to 7 times per week is associated with reduced prostate cancer risk and better prostate function. Listen to your body and be conscious of your habits. To support your hormones naturally, lift weights to boost testosterone. Eat zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and oysters. Avoid processed foods, and get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. 3. Flush with fluids. Your prostate relies on hydration. Drink at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water daily to support fluid regulation and prostate health. Get tested, don't guess. Monitor your PSA levels, testosterone, and other hormones with your doctor to stay ahead of potential issues. 5. Train your pelvic floor. Strengthening your pelvic floor muscles improves circulation and prostate resilience. Start with Kegels to enhance muscle control. So, what happens to the prostate of men who masturbate every day? Based on current science, it stays flushed, balanced, and likely better protected. But the real issue isn't masturbation, it's misinformation.